To the U.S. now, and this Friday, Volodymyr Zelensky will meet Donald Trump at the White House. It is the Ukrainian president's third trip to the U.S. this year, and eighth since Russia launched its full-scale invasion in 2022. However, this one comes a day after Trump said he made great progress during a phone call with Russia's Vladimir Putin. The U.S. government considering whether to supply Ukraine with Tomahawk missiles capable of striking deep into Russia. Either way, the decision will have a profound impact on the battlefield. Here's Trump speaking ahead of the meeting.
You know, we need Tomahawks for the United States of America, too. We have a lot of them, but we need them. I mean, we can't deplete for our country. So, you know, they're very vital. They're very powerful. They're very accurate. They're very good, but we need them, too. So I don't know what we can do about that. We think we're going to get we hope we're going to get it stopped. I thought this would be, because of my relationship with President Putin, I thought this would be very quick. And it's turned out to be, who would think I did Middle East before I did this?
Well, joining me on the set is Kethevane Gorjestani, our international affairs editor and former White House correspondent. Hello to you, Kethevane.
Hey.
Now, with one phone call, is Vladimir Putin back in Donald Trump's good graces?
Well, it seems that he has managed to turn the U.S. President a little bit around, because take a look back over the last 2 months, basically since that summit in Alaska, you were seeing growing signs of frustration from the U.S. president towards the Russian president. Last month, he said that Ukraine could even win back all of its territory, that Russia was doing extremely badly. And then just days ago, you had Trump openly saying that there was a possibility that he would green light sending Tomahawk missiles to the Ukrainians, adding that he was very disappointed with Vladimir Putin for refusing to end the war. But that was then. During that phone call, 2 hours plus between the two men, Putin praised Donald Trump for his success in the Middle East. He also apparently dangled some trade deals between the U.S. and Russia. And he also sort of threatened or warned Donald Trump about what Tomahawk missiles could do to the relationship between Russia and the United States. And so it seems that Donald Trump, if you look at his post on Truth Social, or if you look at his comments since then, there's a more neutral tone when it comes to Russia, and there's a possible 180 when it comes to the Tomahawk missiles. We heard in that soundbite that he was now saying, well, we actually need those Tomahawks more than the Ukrainians. So it seems that maybe Vladimir Putin has now convinced Donald Trump that he is actually willing to discuss ending that war. And, of course, he obtained that meeting in Budapest that will come up maybe soon.
Yeah, and Trump announcing that before he even meets Zelensky today. What do we make of this meeting in Hungary?
Well, look, for Donald Trump, this is something that he really likes, the sort of attention for these big meetings. He remembers what happened in Alaska. All eyes were on that meeting. There's also the fact that Donald Trump wants a deal. He has, it seems, succeeded in a deal in the Middle East, and now he's turning back his focus to Ukraine. For Putin, this is also a sort of win-win situation. It might not be a red carpet on U.S. soil, but Budapest is a nice nod to the rest of Europe, because, of course, Hungary is at the heart of Europe, is a EU country, and Vladimir Putin is under an international arrest warrant, but he's still saying, look, I am being welcomed here in the heart of your continent. That's for the optics. The outcome, that's going to be more complicated. We saw what happened in Alaska. Not much came out of that meeting. Maybe that's going to be the same in Budapest. As for the timing, we know that Donald Trump likes to say 2 weeks for deadlines, for timelines, and then those 2 weeks come and go, and we don't see much change. So it could happen before, it could happen in 2 weeks, it could happen later, it could not happen at all, but all in all, 2 weeks is a long time, especially in Donald Trump's world. And so it could still give time for Donald Trump to change his mind once again. And of course, he always listens to the last person he talks to. And of course, that will be Vladimir Zelensky, who will meet him later on today.
What does Zelensky want out of that meeting?
Well, look, Initially, this meeting was going to be all about weapons, especially those Tomahawks. But now, after that phone call between Trump and Putin, it seems that it's going to be as much as about weapons as it likely will be to get Donald Trump, to claw Donald Trump back towards Team Ukraine, if you will. So a lot writing on Zelensky, and that was the post from Zelensky on X saying Russia's true readiness for peace lies not in words. Putin has never been short on those, but in actually seizing strikes and killings, and that is precisely where he has a problem. Pointing to that, the Ukrainian president will likely underscore the fact that after that phone call with the U.S. president, Vladimir Putin sent a barrage of drones and missiles on Ukraine to show that Vladimir Putin is playing Donald Trump, does not want to actually have peace. And there will be the push for weapons. The Tomahawks, of course, are very important. Long range. They put Moscow, St. Petersburg within Ukrainian range. Will that happen or will that not happen? It's really unclear at this moment. But that would be a real political victory because militarily, by the time those Tomahawks get there, it would take quite a bit of time. But Zelensky also wants medium range ARAMs, ATACMS, and of course, he wants those Patriot defense missile systems. That's what he's going to be focused on in that meeting later on today.
All right, Kethevane, thank you very much. Kethevane Gorjestani, our international